Hey guys, it's Kuptamari. She does it all, a little bit of everything. I just want to say, I know Chris Rock did the special because he needed some healing. He needed to move on. He needed some closure. And that was his way of expressing himself, letting us, the American people, know how he felt when he was insulted on stage in front of millions of people. Now, we don't have to be Will Smith. We don't have to be Chris Rock. All we know, two brothers, two black men, one was insulted physically on stage and the other one did not respond because he was race. He had parents, that's what he said. And we have to respect that. And I promise you guys, I am sick and tired of this story. I am going to move on from the story, but we also have to be honest with ourselves. You don't have to be Team Will Smith. You don't have to be Team Chris Rock. All you have to be is a human being and thinking, if Chris Rock were to be your brother, how would you feel? Or if it was reverse, if Chris Rock was the one slapped Will Smith, how would you feel about the whole thing? How would you have felt about the whole thing? It would have been a different ball game, And I don't think Chris Rock will be crazy enough to take that move. So when one of my, I don't know if a subscriber or viewer said that I was not Will Smith, that I need to move along. Let go, let it be, it's over, Will Smith did 2 interviews and apologizes to Chris Rock, trying to, get in touch with Chris Rock to talk to him, to have a talk. Chris Rock was not ready. And of course, we have heard now that Chris Rock he had let us know how he felt. And even he was joking, saying it still hurt now. We know as a human being, it hurts for anybody to put their finger, their hand in your face, or physically, any physical reaction is painful. Let alone from somebody that you love, that you adore, that you care for, that you supported and love their movies and stuff. So at the end of the day, I don't care if you team Will Smith or team Chris Rock. If you are not human being enough to say what Will Smith did was wrong, then something is wrong with you mentally, with all the respect. Something is wrong with you. You don't have to be all the way in with somebody to know if they are wrong or not. I could love you, in love with you, dying for you. But if you are wrong, if you have done something wrong, I have to be a human being first to let you know what? I do work with you. I do mess with you. But this was wrong. And if anybody cannot see that, if anybody's so into Will Smith, love him so blindly, you cannot see he was wrong for putting his hand on Chris Rock, then we have a problem in America. We have a problem. Again, I am so thankful that you guys responded so well on the video that I posted on how Will Smith, responded. It wasn't good. I understand. He's going to always try to protect his wife no matter what, whether there was love or not, whether there was an open relationship or not. Nobody knows about that. At the end of the day, he was wrong and he recognized that he was wrong. He should not have put his hands on the man's face, period. That was a physical attack. And I know people are going to attack me for that, but he should have gone to jail for attacking, put his hand on somebody. Of course, when people have money, when they rich, it's a different ballgame. If it's a different story. Anybody who walk down the street, somebody come attack you, they're going to call the police for them. You know? Yes, I'm going to move alone. I'm going to leave the story alone. I hope everybody else leave the story alone. Stop talking about this. I don't want to see it on YouTube. I don't want to see it on TV. I don't want to see it nowhere. Chris Rock had his closure. Hopefully, somehow, Will Smith will get his closure. But the person who was hurt the most, if you ask me, was Chris Rock. He was the one that was attacked on stage. So you can't tell me that I was not Will Smith. I was not Will Smith. Neither do I want to be Will Smith. Okay? Yes, he's been banned from the Oscar for 10 years. Good, he deserved that. When you're wrong, you have to be punished. Luckily, he didn't go to jail for it. And at the same time, like I said over and over, if you cannot see the wrongdoing of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, and to all these nonsense human beings out there that think that it was okay for Will Smith to slap Chris Rock, or because of the Netflix special that Will Smith should again slap Chris Rock again, you have issue, you have problem, you need help, and you need prayers, because we cannot resolve problem with violence. And what you guys are asking for is for Will Smith to slap Chris Rock again to show more violence. So it's disgusting, it's outrageous, and at the end of the day, I appreciate Chris Rock being a human being, did not react. He took it like a man. He did not fight back. And now we know it's because his parents told him not to ever fight in front of white people. To me, it's not a matter of white people. It's a matter of kids are watching. Human beings are watching. So what he did was the best thing. Walk away and not fight back, or not being a fool like Will Smith. And again, if Jada Pinkett Smith was a good woman, she would have stopped Will Smith from making a fool out of himself. She would have asked him, where are you going? Sit your ass down. You're not going to do this to us. You're not going to do this to yourself. And that was a special night. I even forgot that was the night he won an Oscar. And this is what he wanted for his whole life. And he messed it up. You know, he messed it up. He messed a special night up by being a thug, by being ridiculous, by not thinking. And all these people out there that's so into Will Smith cannot see the wrongdoing in that. Something is wrong with you. Again, I am hoping this is the last time I have covered this story. Seriously, I am sick of the whole thing. Whenever somebody talk about it or bring the image of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, it breaks my heart. I don't want to see that again. And I hope I don't ever have to relive that because we always have copycats out there. People are going to be, okay, Will Smith did it and he get away with it. He didn't go to jail. He didn't have to do, all he had to do apologizes. I hope there was no copycat that's going to repeat the same thing and done what Will Smith have done to Chris Rock and do it to somebody else. I hope not. And I am going to bury the story. I will never try to talk about this Will Smith and Chris Rock issue again. Chris Rock did the special to get closure. He gets closure. And I hope somehow Will Smith can get some closure. And hopefully one day they can sit down and say, hey, what's up? Why? Whatever. But you know what? If it doesn't happen, who gives a, you know what? We're going to move along. We're going to leave it alone. How I felt was Will Smith was completely wrong. I don't have to be his fan to see it. I don't have to be Chris Rock fan to see it. I know Will Smith was wrong, and we're going to bury the story. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And you can always let me know how you feel. I am not going to be insulted by your words. I am not going to be panicking by how you feel about me. At the end of the day, when I bring a story to you, I'm going to let you know how I feel. And this is why we're going to grow this channel to its max because I bring the truth, I bring my opinion, and I want you to bring your truth and bring your opinion. At the end of the day, we'll still be cool, you know? Nothing personal. It's a family affair. We're going to discuss the situation, and we're going to keep it moving. Thank you for subscribing. May God bless you. And be honest with yourself. Who was hurt the most? Chris Rock being physically attacked on stage, or Will Smith being attacked or insulted with words from Chris Rock trying to heal from the whole situation? How would you heal yourself from the whole situation? How would you get yourself out of this situation? How would you make yourself feel better? Say, I can move on from this. Would you try to insult the person who did that to you? Would you try to go physically, try to hit the person back? Would you try to get some counseling, therapy? What would you do to get yourself out of? Because this is big. This is huge. This is big, yeah. It did not happen to you. You might not know what is it like to be punched. Like he said, words hurt. He said, anybody that said words hurt. Chris Rock said it, because I watched the special twice already. Anybody that said words hurt is because you have not been punched in the face. And if you have been punched in the face, you would know the difference between words and physically being, I would say, insulted or being hit. And again, I hope that was closure for him. We're going to move on from it. I promise you, if it's nothing important that I can add to it, I will do my best not to cover this story again. But you have to be honest with yourself. Who was hurt the most? The person who was physically insulted, or the person who was insulted by words because somebody's trying to heal from the pain? Be honest with yourself. May God bless you. Subscribe. Bye.